All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome inside the beautiful Kraken Community Iceplex. It almost looks like an NHL practice facility here. This is Isaac Rosenthal. Happy to be with you for more I-5 Cup action. Got my good friend Sean Larson, the Seattle area beer league legend Sean Larson, working the camera and color commentary headset today. Sean, say hello to the nice people.
It's good to be back on the broadcast after almost 2 years away. Yeah, this is a gorgeous venue. It just opened up about mid-September. Got 3 sheets of ice. It has a Kraken team store. It has a Starbucks. It has a bar and grill. It is the height of luxury as far as local rinks go.
It is. Well, let's start talking about this game. It is the I-5 Cup. It is Oregon-Washington, and that is a rivalry that over the years has been streaky at times, and currently it is a Ducks streak. It is 2 consecutive sweeps in the I-5 Cup for the Ducks and 1 game before that. So in the regular season, we're talking about 9 consecutive Duck wins. There is 1 playoff win between those, but even counting or 1 playoff loss in between those, but even counting the playoff loss, 8 consecutive overall for the Ducks against the Washington Huskies. 2 consecutive regional appearances, 2 consecutive Pac-8 championships for the Ducks. This Oregon team right now is the class of the Pac-8, but they are shorthanded tonight, and they are not just a little bit shorthanded. They are missing a couple of pieces up the top line. They are missing a top defenseman. They are missing depth scoring. So, and Washington, we know, we don't know too much about their team, but we do know that their top line is really, really good. So it's going to be a case of what can Oregon's, we'll call it 1.5 line tonight, do against that top line for the Huskies. If those 3 for the Huskies show up, and if I can pull up their roster here for just a second, I can tell you who those are. Bear with me, we don't have Washington's roster printed. So for Washington, Michael Shipley, Daniel Smith, and Aaron Morris are all in the neighborhood of 2 points a game. Trevor Garrard right behind them, but it's really those top 3 forwards, 7, 53, and 10, that you'll keep your eye on for Washington. If Oregon can keep them maybe not quiet, you don't keep a 2-point a night, you don't keep 3 2-point a night guys quiet, but if they can keep them quiet-ish, the Ducks are going to do fine. If they can all have a good game and Oregon doesn't show up, we could have an upset alert tonight. So not a word that I like to throw around lightly with the I-5 Cup. I like these to be nice stress-free victories whenever we get the chance. Might not be entirely stress-free tonight. With that said, Sean, what are you looking forward to from this game? I know you may have not seen the Ducks too much this season, but what are you hoping to see?
Yeah, I'm really curious on how the depth is going to look for Oregon. Like you mentioned, they're missing 2/3 of their top line, top defensemen. That hurts, especially when Washington has those guys that we've seen that can score, that are putting up upwards of that 2-point a night average. Oregon still has some scoring available to them tonight. You've got Connor Rendell, who has 11 goals and 2 assists for 13 points on the year. You've also got Kurt Fortney, who has 15 assists leading the team. So, I'm curious to see who's going to step up in the absence of the scoring, because as I look over at my roster, there's a lot of scratches where that offensive production would normally come from. So it's going to be kind of that next man up mentality, and maybe they'll have to shift around the lines a little bit and see what works, but it'll be a good test for them.
Going to be a big test too for some of the new defensemen like Tobin Fix and like Nick Slayton, who Slayton in particular, he can be real shifty with the puck, and if he can have a good game and just sort of take over, he can really take some of the pressure off of the Duck forwards. Austin Poltz, the veteran Duck defenseman, he's got a good shot from the point too. If he can get someone down low to tip it, that's something to look for. And look, this Ducks team, I've been around this program in one capacity or another for 10-ish years now, maybe even more. I don't think there has been a team that is close to the depth that this Ducks team has right now. So just because you're missing Jack Garrity, I mean that's huge. You can't say anything other than it being huge. You're missing Jimmy Gagan, that's big. He's been a great producer as a rookie, but you've still got Charnholm, you've still got Rendell, you've still got Fortney. There's a lot of great guys still on this team. Every reason to believe that as long as the Ducks take care of business tonight, play a good focused game, play a good system game, they're going to be fine. The other thing that I'm excited to see tonight is what impact, if any, this crowd plays on it, because the Ducks have played a couple of home games, including those two great fun ones in Medford in front of a really raucous home crowd. The road games the Ducks have played so far, 2 against Eastern Washington and 2 against Washington State, and none of those 4 games really had a particularly loud home crowd that the Ducks had to play against. We're a little bit closer to campus than we used to be at Olympic View. This place looks pretty full. I do see a pretty good amount of green, but obviously mostly purple here. So if the crowd gets going, are the Ducks going to let that get under their skin, or are they going to let it motivate them? That's going to be a big question, and something that, this team, if they want to succeed when they go to Colorado later this year, if they want to succeed on the road against Arizona's D1 team, if they want to succeed against UNLV's D1 team, when they have those exhibitions, they're going to have to be able to play in front of a hostile crowd. So that's something to watch. We will have to wait on starters until we see them announced. We do have Duck starters. Hold on. Let me grab my phone. I had that texted to me. We know it's going to be Roddy Peterson in goal, and then the 5 that'll start out, it's going to be Austin Poltz, and Seth Platt fills in for Hunter Voiles, who's been there at that top deep here much of the time, and then Lars Kroos, Liam Baird, and Austin Charnholm are the top line. So Baird's been on the top line, but Charnholm normally with Fortney and Rendell, and then Lars Kroos hasn't played much with that top line, so be interesting to see how they can gel together, how quickly they can get that chemistry going, but all the confidence in the world in those guys to put up a good show tonight. We've got about 3.5 minutes left on the very nice scoreboard at the end of the ice before this one gets started. Sean and I are going to take a quick break, make sure we got all of our I's dotted and T's crossed. Did I get that right? I flipped that a lot of the time, but we're going to make sure we have all our ducks in a row, and we will be right back with you for the start of this one in just a few moments. Don't go too far. Well, I guess we don't do the anthem or anything here, do we? We're underway. And it's going to be the Ducks off that opening faceoff in possession. You'll have to give me a few moments on even some of the Duck numbers because, as is tradition, stuff is changing around as we'll get started with a quick shot to test that Husky netminder. Thank you for that assist, Sean. I was expecting some kind of announcement before we started.
No, we're just rolling right into it.
No lineups, no anthem. We're just doing that hockey. The Oregon Ducks and the academically prowess Washington Huskies underway here in Northgate. It's a big one for both teams. We talked a little bit about it in the Open. The Ducks a little shorthanded tonight, but the ACHA rankings really don't take that into consideration. And this is a win the Ducks need. 2 wins the Ducks need if they intend to make a run at the national tournament the way they've been talking about. Remember, the top 2 in the West qualify automatically. Otherwise, you got to go through the unforgiving gauntlet that is regionals. And if the Ducks want to be one of those top 2, as Roddy Peterson turns that aside into the corner, picked up for Charlie Mayer, they have to basically be perfect in conference. Austin Pultz in a battle for that one, chips it around for Rendell. And now up ice and a little too far out in front of Marr, collected by the Huskies. Now back up through the neutral zone. There's number 7 for Washington, one of the 3 we talked about. Quick shot right on Peterson, save made. Out of Minnetonka, Minnesota, they call him Rowdy Roddy Peterson. Trying to establish himself as that Ducks number 1 netminder this year. Had to fight a lot with Grayson Parks in his first season for minutes, and now has to find himself competing for minutes with Henry Bradford, but Roddy gets the nod tonight as Rendell tries to pull that one back. Mayer trying to create something by Fortney, but not out of the zone. The Ducks will keep it in as Rendell will chase after it. Ships it around for Mayer. Stapled to the boards, but for a moment had control of the puck. Now flipped into the neutral zone, and Tobin Fix will throw a stick at it. Took sort of an awkward bounce there. And now the Ducks back into possession. Nick Slayton shrugs off a hit. Goes to the bench along with Tobin Fix. 2 new defensive Ducks over the boards. Real estate tough to come by so far in this one. Point to point. Sent through on goal and deflected. Nice save by the Husky netminder. The Ducks still in possession as that shot hit some leg pads and is going to go 200 feet the other way. Collected by Roddy Peterson with 17:25 left in the first period. That is Seth Platt in the number 65 jersey tonight. Nifty little move there from number 4, who I don't think I have on my note. Well, we'll figure it out. Slayton again will dump that in. There's Kroos in pursuit. Liam Baird will recover it. Baird rips a shot. Knocked away but not held. And so still in the Husky zone. Kroos again, nice hit. Gets the puck, but then it's knocked away from him by a diving Husky. And now cleared the length of the ice.
Ducks are doing great on the forecheck so far. They're forcing Washington to clear it back to the end and getting a couple good looks here.
Yeah, there have been sequences here where it's looked like a Duck power play. Fortney recovers it in the slot. Couldn't get a shot off. Mayer throws it on goal, deflected wide. Or Marr, excuse me. Now Rogaski at the point, another shot deflects through, and the Huskies with a rare moment of possession, but not able to get past Austin Pultz, the veteran number 23. Kurt Fortney. Up for Mayer, deflects Fortunate bounce for Fortney, right on his skates, but couldn't control it. Now taken by Washington and cleared, and Nick Slayton will go after it in the corner. 24 and 23, the D pair. Slayton with Pultz. Now Rendell at the half wall from Maher. Still it's Maher shooting, and save made and going into the net. So we'll get a whistle as the net is replaced. Fortney will dust himself off.
Yeah, and again, Washington, it seems like anytime they get the puck so far, they're just kind of dumping it and changing it, not really controlling it offensively so far. So a nice start for Oregon.
And mystery number 4 we can see is Patrick Routson. I was told he'd be wearing 21 tonight, but he's one of the few with a nameplate. ACHA problems. There's a collision there. And we'll see the physicality in this game, always something to watch between these two teams. Not fond of each other. Routson will collect it, throws it on goal, and a save is made. 15:05 officially left, and I'll remind you again, if you are new to the Oregon hockey broadcast, the time you see on your screen, consider it for entertainment purposes only. We will do our best to keep it as close to accurate as possible, but we're starting and stopping that manually while also trying to call a game. Former Eugene General Griffin Minchin on the ice now for the Ducks. Nice kick from Tobin Fix. And right back to the former Junior King. Across the blue line and a high shot wide of everybody, and the Ducks will get a line change. Seth Platt into the corner. Liam Baird drops to the other side. Instead he finds Charnholm. Now looking, I think, for Kroos. Instead it's going to deflect off the boards, and maybe a gift for Liam Baird as he couldn't quite collect it. Platt, rebound, score! Austin Charnholm! Huge first goal for the shorthanded Ducks to take a 1-0 lead.
That was a great move by him to just camp out in front of the net. He was there for the rebound, picking up the loose trash, and that gives Oregon the early lead. And that was really what the Ducks were doing a good job of. They were just getting shots on net, creating second chances, and it pays off for them.
And that was one of our smoother replays of the year, I have to say. Getting the hang of that a little bit more. Still just don't have quite enough hands to get the replay launched, the scoreboard updated, and the clock started and stopped all at once, but we'll figure it out. That's a new toy for me this year. And it's the Ducks taking a 1-0 lead through Austin Charnholm's rebound. That's 6 minutes in as Roddy Peterson will just cover this one up, and it's a rare face-off in the Duck zone. Might be the first face-off in the Duck zone.
Yeah, Washington really hasn't gotten many shots on net at all, so.
Kurt Fortney in on the faceoff for the Ducks. He wins the faceoff. Stop me if you've heard that one before. And there's a giveaway, though, for the Huskies. Bouncing puck in front. Couldn't get a clean shot, though. Still, the puck is loose in a dangerous position. Ducks will have to get there. They do. And now Rendell will just catch it, puts it down for himself. Takes a shot, gloved out of the sky, but it's put right down by the Husky netminder. I don't know if that was intentional, trying to play it for his defenseman, or if he just didn't get a clean handle on it. I was just about to say on that Fortney faceoff win, if you watched the Ducks road games this last weekend, you saw Oregon beat Eastern Washington because Kurt Fortney won a faceoff. Giveaway there, and a save made by Roddy. Before I was so rudely interrupted by the Husky counterattack, was saying that last weekend in Cheney, or I think it might be Cheney actually, would seem to be how Eastern Washington's commentators were saying it, but tie game, 2.7 seconds left in regulation. Kurt Fortney won a face-off, got it to Hunter Voiles cleanly, and the Ducks beat the buzzer for one of the more impressive game-winning goals that we've seen in a long time with Duck hockey. So, a little bit of zone time now for the Huskies. And the Ducks do get it to flip out of the zone. Dom Estrada out there. Just on side is Griffin Minchin, but had the puck go past him. Now Minchin finds it. Tried to get it to Routson. Got there, but couldn't get a clean shot. Just going to be chipped in by Jordan Larrabee as the Ducks get back on side. And now pressuring the Huskies again. Washington through the neutral zone. Offside? Apparently not. Big hit, Austin Poltz. Now Minchin. Routson too far for Estrada. The Ducks will throw on the brakes and go for a line change with 12:06 left in the first period. Liam Baird back on the puck. Right back to Baird. Good little exchange. And the quick rookie toward the slot, battling to try to keep some control of that puck. Now it's Crows. Back for Baird. Large collision there. Washington into the neutral zone. They have to spin around to just try to keep some possession there, and really lost it in the process of trying. Off the boards toward Crows. Couldn't control it, but it'll kick back in the neutral zone for the Huskies. Intercepted though by Crows, and he will turn and fire, and the Ducks will go for line change with 11:08 left in the first period. Right up the top of the glass and now over the glass.
Yeah, lots and lots of big hitting tonight. That shouldn't come to much of a surprise to anyone who knows that these two teams are not exactly the best of friends. So,
quick shot from Marr. Like the face-off play there from the Ducks, but the shot goes wide. Here's a chance for the Huskies. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Great stick play, Seth Platt. Now Marr again. Rendell. Save. Connor Rendell's been great this year. Sean hit it right on the head in the opening. 11 goals and 2 assists, and a couple of those goals, so he's really variety in his goals. He scored some kind of point-blank shots from in the slot. He's had good hands on some deflections. He's been real solid. Now it's Washington across the blue line. Kick save, Peterson rebounded all the way out into the slot, but lucky for the Ducks, Kurt Fortney was there. And now this one will just roll through the neutral zone where it's collected by Oregon. Connor Rendell trying to deke through defenders. Gets it into the zone. Now moving in for a shot instead behind the net, and lost the puck in the process. May have a chance to win it right back. Marr there, and just right back for Charlie Marr, but one too many dangles before he got the shot off, and it's poked away from him. Ducks will get new skaters out there. Washington with a little bit of time to think. Can't get the pass clean. Tobin Fix will get there first. And not really well done by Tobin Fix there, though. Ends up with a nice shot for Washington, but a good save from Roddy Peterson. This is good zone possession for Washington. Into the corner. Fix got a stick towards it. Couldn't control it cleanly. Now Pat Routson. Long one for the number 91, who tonight is not Jack Garrity. That is Stas Pufkov tonight. There's a hockey name for you. And picked up by the Huskies. Across the blue line, shot and a save from Roddy. Routson will gain the red line. Nicely done there from Seth Platt. He'll chase after it. Austin Poltz couldn't combine with Crows. Washington takes the gift. High in the net they go. Around it goes. And now half a second of space for Poltz. Trying to flip it up ice. Big collision there, gets the people going. But doesn't do much for Washington in terms of possession. Just pushes the puck back a little into the Duck zone, but hits White Sweaters on the puck. Lars Kroos across the blue line, 1-on-2. He's got to wait for a teammate. Centers it, and Liam Baird just couldn't get a clean shot off. Husky students beginning to arrive. They have some thoughts for Jack Rogowski. Here's Crows across the blue line, shooting into the corner. New Duck skaters out there. Rolling quick lines tonight, it feels like. Rogowski, a nice geometry pass for Marr. Another one off the boards. Rendell will backhand it. Marr still poked back into the neutral zone where Nick Slayton collects it, throws it in. The Ducks are back on side, and Rogowski to the bench. 7:11 left in this first period. No penalties yet, which beginning to feel a little surprising. Not to say that I've really seen any. We just often get them between these teams. Best chance of the game so far for the Huskies, and boy, I'm not sure that's what they wanted to do with it.
Yeah, it was a good look for Washington, but kind of just fizzled out there. And you're right, yeah, no penalties yet. It's been a very physical game, but overall a pretty clean game.
Pretty good noise in here.
Yeah, off to our right, it is. It's a packed house over here.
Husky fans, they do typically show up pretty well. There's a quick shot and a save made, Rowdy Roddy.
Yeah, it looks like this night's just going to get louder and louder as more Washington students start to roll in, coming off the light rail from campus.
Hope you're all having fun watching us tonight. I want to say hi to our friend Jacob in the comments, and all of you as well. Washington starting from their own end. Looking for that long pass, and a little too long. Icing the call, and Washington will not be able to line change.
Home crowd not very happy about that call as they take it all the way down the other end.
Poor Roddy Peterson, man. He just tries to go in the corner and stretch his legs out, and he's just met with whatever you want to call it. Back to Slayton. Now Fortney playing the point. Deflection! Goes wide. Trying to set up Griffin Minchin. You'll see number 9, Kurt Fortney, will take some shifts tonight playing defense with Hunter Voiles not available.
Yeah, sometimes those tricky deflections, you know, they're not hard shots, they're not necessarily good shots, but they can change direction on the goalie real quick, and he thinks the puck's going one way, and all of a sudden he might find it in the back of the net the other way.
Crows got to stick to that. Keeps it in the Husky zone. Liam Baird comes away with it. A lot of traffic, though. Difficult to get any clean possession, and Baird, in the end, unable to. Lars Kroos was going for a big hit. Then he's shoved right in front of the boards. That gets the people going. And now it's icing against the Ducks.
Yeah, there were a couple extra shoves in there for sure. Looks like the refs are going to let it slide for now.
And that's good. I mean, honestly, that's good. And as long as we kind of... What you want in a big rivalry game like this is you want to go right up to the line without crossing it. And unless it's one of the top 3 for the Huskies, then go ahead and cross the line. We can get them off the ice for 2 minutes. But I think the referees so far seem to kind of have an understanding of the rivalry, and that's good to see, because you don't always get that in the ACHA when you get guys that are used to reffing kids in beer leagues and other stuff like that. They don't always get it, but so far through 15 minutes here, no complaints about the Zebras.
Yeah, can confirm as a local beer leaguer, if you shove someone once, you're going to the penalty box for at least 2 minutes.
Nice. Crows will... That's a nice little giveaway. Shot scores! Tobin Fix, it's his second of the year, and it's 2-0.
Oh, just a great shot from high in the offensive zone. Slings it, fires it on, and goes right to the back of the net for a good 2-0 lead early on here.
And another one. Sean, can you help us out? Because I missed that one entirely, writing down the last goal.
Yeah, Ducks just got the puck back in the offensive zone, and that was pretty much the opposite of the last one. The last one came high in the zone. That one was right low in the crease in that danger zone, and they just jammed it home. And yeah, blink and you miss it. It's 3-0 Oregon.
You happen to see a number on that one?
I missed that one, unfortunately.
That's fine. That's what we like. We like the goals happening so fast that we miss them. Don't love the wave at a hockey game as much, but they're big on the wave here.
What I will be curious to see is if this keeps trending this direction and starts going 4 or 5, 6 goal lead for Oregon, how chippy and frustrated the players will get.
There we get a penalty. It's a high stick. High stick, kind of one of those ones I think the refs, when it's like that, feel like they have to call. Can't be as lenient there. You just sort of, you got to be responsible for your equipment. So Pat Routson will sit down. And we're back underway. 4:28 is the official time left in the period, so Patty's going to make some friends down there in the box.
I believe he's going to have some visitors.
Chance for the Huskies, and Peterson knew where it was the whole time. 4:05 left in this first period. Not a whole lot similar to Olympic View Ice Arena, but one with where we are now, where the Huskies used to play. One thing that is the same is that the penalty benches are on the same side of the ice as the crowd, and in a college hockey context, I think you know what that can mean. So we'll keep an eye on that. It was really only one guy for Washington that actually went over to One-timer, what a save! Peterson then went over to say hi to Pat, but maybe more as the game progresses. Washington will just work it around looking for a shot. That one's fired high and wide of the cage. 4:05 left. I think they did not start the game clock for a while on that one. But we're all rolling now. And it'll squirt out of the zone. The Huskies have to get reset. The Ducks will try and apply a little bit of pressure in the neutral zone to stop them from getting across. But back, setting up in the offensive zone is Washington on the power play. And it's a full ice clear from the Ducks with 1:08 left on the man advantage. The Ducks will get some new killers out there.
Yeah, Washington with a lot of good chances on that last one, including the near goal on the kick save there.
Yeah, that was a really good save from Roddy moving laterally like that. A nice job by Fortney to keep that one in the Husky zone. Minchin hit hard there. 38 seconds left on the man advantage. So a couple of good chances early for Washington, but now they're struggling just to get out of their own zone even with the man advantage. That skips over Fortney's stick. Right back for Pultz if he can find it. And now a chance to clear. Can't get it past the blue line though. Washington still on the puck, on the power play for 10 more seconds. Looking to get maybe one more shot off. 5 seconds left in the man advantage. That's going to just about do it, and misplayed pass for Washington will kill off the rest of the minor penalty. And we're back to five-a-side hockey.
Some good looks for Washington on that power play, but couldn't get anything to go by.
There's Baird. Nice move for Crows. Save. Rebound. Oh!
It might have been a little bit of a missed call there. It seemed like he might have stopped it for a second, but
he stopped it, but he never held it. And yeah, it's one thing. It's one thing when the referee kind of loses sight of it, but that was just a quick whistle. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. I like the Ducks on the face-off here. 2:07 left officially, so I'm going to just hold my clock until the game clock catches up to where we are. Washington will get it out of the zone, but struggling to get through the neutral zone. Scharnholm for Crows. Baird. Right back for Crows. Spinning shot off a skate leg. And that was Charnholm behind the net. No one for him to play it to. Right back towards the Montana man. Liam Baird, physical play, tackled. And arms stayed down for the referee. Thomas Strada will just send it into the corner. Evades that check. Gets past Tobin Fix. Nick Slayton will chase this one down. In hot pursuit is number 71 in purple. And now it's my clock that's wrong. 1:05 is the official time left. Nick Slayton. Routson. Slayton again. And deflects up and out of play with 52 flat left in this first period. Boy, those two quick-fire goals from the Ducks are that's useful when you can score right off the face-off after scoring.
Yeah, especially with the hostile environment tonight. Take the crowd out of it any way you can.
So it's Kurt Fortney who's going to play about an hour and a half of hockey tonight, we think, if he's going to get the defensive shifts that he seems to be getting, plus regular forward duties. And Seth Platt recovers. Toward the skates of Rendell. Platt hit hard. The fans enjoying that a little more than they're paying attention to the actual hockey on the ice. Marr centering. Rendell tried to backhand for Rendell, couldn't get there. The other shot through, rebound, and this time it's covered up by the Husky netminder with 13.8 officially left, which, going off of last Saturday, is enough time for the Ducks to score about 3 goals.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity in the slot there. That's exactly where you want to be, where you want to get those shots off. That's where most of the goals are going to come from.
Every time Roddy goes into that corner to stretch his legs, Husky fans are all on top of him. You gotta love it. I-5 Cup's a fun one. Charlie Marr trying to find it. Huskies will clear the length of the ice, and that will do it for the first period of play officially. After 20 minutes of play, the Oregon Ducks 3, the academically prowess Washington Huskies nothing. Before we take our break, Sean, any thoughts?
That was a very physical first period. Not really a surprise there. Lots of hitting. I liked Oregon's ability to control the puck. They were great on the forecheck. They would get the puck into the zone, chase it, maintain it, which is exactly what you want to do. Washington, they woke up a little bit towards that middle half. They had some good looks, but they were kind of struggling offensively to really get anything going. You need to be able to control the puck in your own zone a bit. So they're going to need to improve on that if they want to get back into this one.
Alrighty, well, Sean and I will take a break, and we will be back with you before too long. Don't go too far. Okay, we've got one team back on the ice, and the Ducks are not far behind them. They both have to kind of go down the same tunnel to get to their locker rooms here, so it makes taking the ice and leaving the ice.
It's kind of a bit of a journey. We're in the far rink, and there's a middle rink directly behind us, and behind that rink is the locker room, so they have to walk around one rink, get here, and make their pilgrimage across the building.
All right, Ducks are welcomed back to the ice with a Seattle cheer. 20 minutes on the clock for the second period. Don't have official shots on goal for the first period, but a lot to a little was the tally. The Ducks scoring 3 times. It looked like in watching the replay of the intermission, I think it was Kurt Fortney that got the third for the Ducks. So Austin Charnholm, Tobin Fix, and Kurt Fortney. And we'll circle that Tobin Fix goal because one of the things you and I talked about in the open is with the missing forwards for the Ducks tonight, they have to have those goals coming from the defense, or at least production coming from the defense. And rookie Tobin Fix, second of the year, huge goal for the Ducks, and then immediately followed up by the Kurt Fortney goal to make it 3-0. Lots of time left in this one, of course, but you have to be happy with the way those first 20 minutes went.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed. You need to find scoring in other places with so much of your production missing on one night.
College sports fans, man, it's a fun time. We're all having fun here.
For those of you who can't see at home, there's a pack of Washington fans off to the left that have moved with the goalie for optimal heckling.
And so here's Liam Baird as we're underway in the second period. The Ducks are going from our left to our right this time in the white sweaters. Tobin Fix is sort of kind of checked. It's checked enough for the fans' liking. Washington getting around Nick Slayton. Now moving in, and a shot and a save from Peterson. Liam Baird will clear a little space in front of Roddy.
That was a nice rush into the zone, fighting off the defense. Gets a pretty decent look on net, but nothing doing.
Husky fans banging on the glass right in front of Austin Poltz as Griffin Minchin will dig in for this faceoff and win it towards Poltz. Now sent around behind the net. Pop forward in the neutral zone by Minchin. Estrada had a touch on it. Just gloved and set down by Peterson. Seth Platt had a touch on it. Now it was Routson. Now Huskies in the high slot, shot blocked by Platt. Another one in front, good stick from the Duck defenseman Poltz. He'll go get it in the corner. Off the glass, past Pat Routson. Poltz will pick that one up. Into the neutral zone. Huskies are offside, which, am I insane, or did we not have a single offside in the first period?
I don't think I saw one.
There were a few zone entries for both teams that I thought were very close, but I think that's the first time I really think that's the first offside of the game in the second period, which is just, it's not good or bad, it's just kind of weird. I guess you could say it's good, really clean zone entries, but here's Rendell. Nifty move, but a little too nifty, and lost the puck in the corner, had to go back to get it. Now Fortney battling. Washington up on the far side boards. Onside across the blue line. Peterson turns it aside. Nick Slayton will knock that down. Now Marr. Now it's Nick Slayton again. Arizona native, number 24. Puck just bouncing off of everyone's skates, and Washington will send a few guys out for a line change. Off the glass. Nice stretch pass. Huskies netminder has to play it, as otherwise it would have been a freebie for Charlie Marr. Still, it's Marr just trying to shield the puck against the boards as some assistance follows up. The Ducks will take the moment to get a line change, and Washington will take the chance to get it through the neutral zone and across the blue line into the Duck zone, where the shot is blocked. Austin Poltz now will carry through the neutral zone. Routon with a shot turned into the corner. Rogaski battling for it. A lot of shifts in this one for Rogaski. Penalty coming up against the Huskies. It's a trip. And that's one we could see from up here. Husky fans won't like it. You wouldn't expect them to, but just like the high sticking against the Ducks in the first period, yeah, you can't really let that one go.
Yeah, tripping is usually going to be one of those more blatantly obvious calls. That's pretty consistent every time.
So the 5 out there for the Ducks on the man advantage. Looks like, well, let's wait until the penalty gets on the board. But it's going to be Rendell, Baird, Poltz, Fortney, and Fix. Which is interesting because that looks like we've got Austin Poltz playing kind of a forward role on the power play. Tobin Fix across to Fortney. Rendell fires, shot didn't get through, but right back to Tobin Fix. Now back to Fortney. Shot saved.
Just getting those shots on net, it's what you want to do in the power play. No matter how they come, just keep throwing them on net and good things will happen.
Fortney. Just keeping it in the zone. But now cleared the length of the ice by Washington. 16:40 left in the period and $1:30 left in the man advantage. Fix. Now Fortney. Now Charlie Marr. Just kept in the zone. Rendell. Fortney. Oh, looking to try to get it to Marr. Here's a shorthanded chance for Washington. Shorthanded on the breakaway. No goal! That knocked off its moorings.
Real
a Husky fan hanging
there
on the glass. That's a bit much.
Yeah, that was one of Washington's best chances of the night. I thought he might have beat him with the delayed move for just a moment there, but somehow stays out.
And that's gotta feel good for Roddy because he had a couple of beaten a couple times on the breakaway against Eastern. So to get a good breakaway save like that feels good for the confidence of a goaltender who, to be fair, is not lacking confidence. Here's Fortney. Sends it in. 39 seconds left on the man advantage. And the puck into the Ducks bench. 15:37 left, second period.
Yeah, Oregon's got about 33 seconds left here to maybe try to control the puck a little bit more in the zone and cycle it around, get something going.
So Fortney's still out there, but it's going to be Crows and Charnholm along with Baird and Slayton to round out the 5. And always keep an eye on the power play on Austin Charnholm's big shot. Here's Fortney with a shot. Baird collects it. Back for Fortney. Battle in the corner. And another chance maybe going the other way, shorthanded for Washington. Instead, though, Nick Slayton recovers for the Ducks, finding Crows. Early shot right back to Liam Baird. Deflected! Loose, still in the crease. And now back behind the goal. And now up to the blue line for the Ducks. We are back to five-a-side hockey. And covered up by the Husky netminder. And some pushing and shoving. That'll get the fans excited. And is Liam Baird going to take a penalty? It looked for a minute like he was being escorted to the box. In fact, it's going to be Washington that takes the penalty. Or not.
Looks like they thought about it, but just going back to the bench there, so staying.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I think maybe the Washington player maybe assumed
must have just been miscommunicate. Yeah, that's never good, by the way, when you're skating to the bench before the penalty has been called. Never ideal. But all in good fun. Chance there for Routson, throwing it on goal, and it's saved. 14:37 left. We never start. I think at this point, I'm sorry to keep interrupting myself. I just keep hearing it off to my left. I think that Roddy's having a little fun with these UW fans and kind of skating right toward them when we get a stoppage in play. Now it'll go behind the net. Slayton got to it, couldn't control it cleanly though, and Washington has a chance to get set up. But it's a misplayed pass, and it'll go the length of the ice. Now Washington has to start from their own end. A little sloppy on that pass. It'll come right to them in the neutral zone anyway, though. Routson went flying, and the Huskies go offside.
Yeah, I think you're right on that one. I think he's enjoying his skate towards the rowdy fans on that side. He could go the other way where there's nobody over there, but where's the fun in that?
Yeah, he was going off to his left when he was at one end of the ice, and now he's going off to his right, so that he's always skating right toward those fans. So, yeah, I think Roddy's having some fun. He's looked pretty good today as well. Don't have a shot total, but he's made a few good saves. One especially good kick save on that lateral move across.
Yeah, Washington's had a couple really good chances that easily could have gone in, so he's holding steady for now.
Austin Charnholm will recover that one. Tried to backhand it for Crows. It's actually going to fall for Lars anyway. Shot turned aside, but not cleared. Poltz keeps it in. Really nice play with his skates. Now Baird's shot was interfered with before it got through. Baird will just kick it back around to Poltz. Shot through. Big hit there. Loose puck, and now the Ducks just have to dump it in and get back onside.
Yeah, Ducks have been doing a really good job tonight at keeping the puck in the zone when it creeps up to the blue line there.
And that's been a consistently good thing from this Ducks team the last couple of years, but really noticeable this year. Just that they're big, they're strong, and they're fast. As Austin Poltz with a how do you do for the Huskies there. Baird now stopping behind Peterson's net, finding the captain Poltz, who, by the way, you might think that's an A on Austin Poltz's chest. Just consider it a C. We'll get a fancy New Jersey sometime in the season. Huskies with a shot that deflects and nearly ended up a better chance than intended. Ducks do a good job of reacting. And now Austin Poltz recovers that one, flips it up, and gets the clear. A chance for the Ducks to just regroup, and a couple of new skaters out. Tobin Fix, first time shot. Loose still, they score! Charlie Marr with the finish and the jump into the bench, into this boards.
Gives a nice little salute to the Washington student section here. Not quite the status of the legend of Trevor Schott and Dubs Down.
We'll get there. He's a rookie, Sean. He's got to learn these things. So it's 4-0. That time it was Marr.
Yeah, and earlier Washington had a golden chance in the offensive zone. The puck was just kind of sitting there in the slot, kind of open for the taking, but they weren't able to do anything with it.
Slayton recovers that one, tried to work himself a shot. Just doing a little too much. Nice play, Tobin Fix, to send that one toward the boards where Pat Routson can get there. Then he's driven to the ice. Slayton was... It was such a clear trip that Roddy Peterson started to make for the bench, but the arm never came up from the referee.
As I was saying earlier, how tripping is usually a pretty clear penalty, but not that time.
Turning, firing shot, didn't get through, was Washington. Bouncing around now. Trying to set up from the corner. The Ducks will find it. It's Griffin Minchin. Former Eugene General, as we've mentioned a few times this season. Just a battle in front of those Husky students. Peterson tips that one into the corner. The student section here, by the way, very easy. It's everywhere in a general admission arena, so lots of different pockets of noise. And an offside? Go the Ducks. 10-11 left officially period 2. 4-0 the score.
Yeah, and the hitting has definitely seemed to be picking up as the night goes on, which is not a surprise.
Rendell trying to just use his strength to create something there. Couldn't quite get through the forest, but was able to have the puck fall back for Austin Poltz, who caroms it around the corner now. Charlie Mayer trying to go for it. Had a chance to just light a Husky up there and puts the brakes on instead. Now Washington across the blue line. Easy save, Peterson in the end, and the Ducks will clear with 9:33 left in the middle frame. Kurt Fortney had that one fall right for him in the neutral zone, but with the Ducks offside, he didn't have a chance to do much on it. Has a chance to do much on that one, though. Rendell firing high. Really nice move, though, to get that puck to number 18 from Kurt Fortney. Minchin. Blockered away. Love the sound of puck on blocker. Really underrated sound, I think. Here's Nick Slayton. Firing it in and didn't get through. Still loose puck bouncing around, and that was similar to that one chance at the other end of the ice. Just ended up as a loose bouncing puck in the slot. No one was able to knock it home. Ducks love that hit. Bodies starting to fly around a little more now in the second period of this opening game in the I-5 Cup. 8 straight regular season wins against Washington for Oregon. Or excuse me, 9 straight regular season wins, 8 straight overall. That feels like a long time ago now. We weren't sure what we were going to get going into this one with the Ducks being a little short-handed tonight, and the Huskies do have a very strong top line. Slayton threw that toward goal. Baird will collect it. Top of the circle, throws it in wide of everything. Slayton has to go battle for it. Crows stapled to the boards. Charnholm trying to work something there. Crows now just trying to maybe get it back towards Baird or maybe even Slayton. It's Liam Baird who's knocked down, but the Ducks still with the puck in the Husky zone. And just gloved from a standing position there. And we're going to reset our clock manually because we are way off the pace now. 7:31 is the official time left in the second period.
Oregon with some good puck control in that last sequence. Just getting more and more shots on net. Theme of the night.
You'll go a long way as a color commentator if you just repeat the phrase, get pucks on net. It always applies. Through the neutral zone. Charlie Mayer going for the big hit. Had visions of sending a Husky into the bench, I think. Now Washington will try to cycle it around. Big hit, Connor Rendell. And now, just trying to flutter it through the neutral zone, but Huskies able to pluck that out of the sky. Losing a wheel there is Washington. And now back into the neutral zone. Huskies will get back on the proper side of the blue line and then face the puck again. Off the stick of the Husky goaltender, just past the outstretched limb of Rendell. And a save made, Roddy Peterson. That's got to be, that number 7 for Washington has to be one of the 3 that we called out at the beginning, right? I forgot the numbers already, but he's been everywhere. Yeah, that's Michael Shippey, number 7 for Washington. And he's been, for my money, easily their best player tonight. Just really good with the puck on his stick. And he's got the potential to cause problems. But this could be a problem the other way with a little bit cleaner of a pass. Fix going for the big hit. Slayton got to stick to it. Minchin shoved to the ground, but he's able to move the puck towards Slayton. Now a scrum, the Ducks come away with it through that traffic. Dom Estrada, big number 29. Yeah, good luck trying to hit him. You could line a good one up on Dom, and then you're going to find you just ran into a literal brick wall. The man is a mountain. First time shot, rebound! Calls back for Slayton. Karam's behind the net. Baird will collect it. Throwing it on goal again. Knocked into the corner again. Pat Routson finds it. For Slayton. Shoots! Oh, off the crossbar! He thought he'd picked out the cookies on the top shelf, but just missed them. Right, back for Slayton. Threw it toward goal again, but it's kicked by a Husky before it ever got toward the netminder. And now it's cleared. That was another sequence there for the Ducks, that 15 or 20 seconds there. I think it looked better than their power play did. They've had a few of those tonight where it's just, it's looked like they have an extra man. They're just so good at moving the puck around and picking their spot and making it hard for Washington to clear.
Yeah, they've really had some high quality shots there, including that one that went off the post. When you hear that ping, sometimes it's painful, and sometimes it's bar down into the net, and that was just not the right way that time.
And Stop me if you've heard this before, a whistle, and a face-off, and some extracurriculars.
Yeah, refs are going to have a close eye on this one as we get later into the game, and frustrations maybe start to mount on one side.
Do you think the fans are saying "Love you, Oregon," Sean?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
It's really nice of them. Real gracious hosts. But Gasky with a shot, and it has to be knocked into the corner. Not able to be held by the goaltender. Ducks come away with it right back for Mayer, and Gasky will backhand that one across for Fortney. Here's the footsteps though, and just shielding the puck there. Can he keep that in the zone? No, now it squirts back into the neutral zone where Austin Poltz backhanded it toward Rogaski. Now back across right in front of the Husky bench. They'll wait for it to go onside. And Austin Poltz will just push it into the corner. Charlie Marr tripped up again, but I guess just tangled legs. Austin Poltz scores! It looked for all the world like he was going to slide it across for Connor Rendell. He just sniped it himself, and it's 5-0.
Yeah, it was a great sequence. Sometimes you just got to take the shot and good things happen. I, too, thought he was going to go to Rendell, who had his stick wound up for the one-timer in the slot, but takes his own shot, and maybe the goalie also had kind of that peripheral vision on Rendell and was thinking ahead a little bit too much, and that one just slips by.
Well, you could be forgiven for thinking that Connor Rendell was going to take the shot. He's always ready to shoot. But hard to argue with Poltzy's decision-making there as it's 5-0. .3:23 officially left in period number 2. There is Shippey. Tobin Fix. Slayton will backhand and clear. Gonna be icing, but a chance for the Ducks at least to catch their breath. They are not able to change, of course. Washington going to keep their unit out there, though, so not taking advantage of the fact the Ducks can't change. This is, of course, the line that Washington would like to have out there 60 minutes a game if they can, and that's not intended as a shot to their other 3 forward lines. It's just that this one is really good. Peterson save. Saw that one the whole way through.
Just a nice, gentle floater all the way in.
Clock is still running in the arena. I tell you what, the difficulty of manually keeping a clock that matches a stadium clock that doesn't always start and stop when it should is difficult. Squirts through the neutral zone, and you get a penalty call there?
Yeah, it looks like we're going to get maybe a cross-checking penalty here.
Cross-checking indeed, so the Ducks back to the man advantage. Wasn't the greatest power play from Oregon last time, but in some respects, 2 minutes when you're already up 5-0 is just a valuable 2 minutes of time. Marr. Fix. Rendell. That is Poltz. Back for Marr. Shot loose. Or excuse me, no, that was not Marr. That had been Fortney. Now it's Kurt again. Back toward Marr. Couldn't get a quick one-timer off. Fix with a shot. Deflected. Backhand. Wide of the cage. Rendell had a wrap around if he was maybe he didn't really have it. It was open. I don't know how quick he would have had to have been. Easy to say from up here.
Once again, Oregon controlling the puck, being able to keep it in the zone.
Right in front, it's in the crease. Marr fired another shot, but it was blocked before it got through. This power play, though, I think has looked better for the Ducks. Fortney shoots, thumped off the leg pads of the goalkeeper, and then Tobin Fix, I think, just kind of whiffed on the pass a little bit, sent the Huskies the other way, but then they were unable to capitalize. Marr across for Fortney. That was real dangerous for the Huskies because there's a loose stick in the slot. Now back towards Marr, thinking about it, instead across for Fortney. Back across, no one there on the doorstep for the Ducks. Marr will collect it top of the circle. Thinking about it again, now back down low. Back toward Marr, deflected by the Huskies though, but still on the stick of Charlie. Shooting and a save made.
That was a nice power play for Oregon. Didn't get any goals out of it, but they essentially controlled the puck in the zone the entire time, thanks to some really crisp passing and forechecking to maintain possession. So no harm done against Washington, but some things you like to see there.
And it's officially 26 seconds left in the period, by the way. Hopefully our clock can catch up by the time they drop the puck again. Pretty good. Here's Shippey. That's a fun name, too. Fun hockey player, fun name. There's Baird for the Ducks. Minchin. Save. With 7 seconds left in the period, and once again, more than enough time. You can get a clean face-off win. It's the rookie Liam Baird that'll take the face-off for the Ducks. Goes toward the benches. 4 seconds left. 2 seconds left across the blue line, but that will do it for the second period of play. After 40 minutes, the Ducks 5, the Huskies nothing. Your thoughts before we go to break, Sean?
Yeah, it was a good job by Oregon getting a couple insurance goals to have a very, very comfortable lead at this point. I thought they looked phenomenal on that last power play, cycling the puck well, getting a lot of good chances on net. Now you just got to finish it. You've got 20 minutes left. The game is more or less in the bag, and so you've just got to play smart hockey the last 20 minutes. Don't give up any chances. Just keep doing what you're doing all night. You don't have to change anything. Their defense has been pretty much shut down all night. So
I'm going to be a little greedier than you, Sean. I want 2 more goals, and this is the ACHA nerd in me speaking. If you've heard these broadcasts before, you've heard me talk about 7 as a magic number. So to reiterate it again, though, in the ACHA, your computer formula ranking, mostly strength of schedule, then your win-loss, but also a big factor is the margin of victory up to 7 goals a game. So 5-0 and 7-0 are different in the computer ranking. After you're up by 7, 7-0, 14-1, they're all the same. 14-1 would be a lot of fun. But so keep the 0, but keep pushing for another goal or 2 as well, because you still get benefit from that. And also, it's just fun to beat up on the Huskies. So 40 minutes, got to keep it locked down. You do know Washington can score goals in a hurry, so you're comfortable at 5-0, but it's not over at 5-0. They're going to bring the Zambonis, plural, out on the ice. Very nice thing about being in an NHL barn. And we will take a break and be with you for the third period. Third period is about to be a go. We've got requisite Ducks and Huskies on the ice. I was so close to thinking of something smarter to say there. Just couldn't quite find the words. So as we said, you might think that at 5-0 the Ducks are just going to kind of sit back here. There is every bit of precious value in 1 or 2 more goals, and they would love to keep that 0 right where it is for Roddy. Would be his second shutout of the season. I know that would mean a lot to Rod as well.
Yeah, like you were mentioning, they've got it's the 7-goal differential that still counts for something. So they've got a couple more goals I think they could still benefit from. And thanks to some help from our Husky broadcast crew over here, pointed out that the clock wasn't started.
All right, now we're underway again. Platt sending it across for Pultz. Ooh, little scary moment. Now Seth Platt again. Lars Kroos, but a little too far. Save made by Peterson there. Platt will go collect it. Skips up over everyone's head. And it's an icing.
And to no surprise, Rodney has changed his skate direction once again back towards the crowd.
A man of the people, Roddy Peterson. Back into the Husky zone. And Liam Baird got to stick to it. Pros threw a shot on goal. The Ducks will get a line change. Intercepting it again in the neutral zone was Charlie Marr. A goal scored tonight. Lost his stick on a slash.
Yeah, anytime you have that chopping motion and the stick goes down, it's going to be a pretty clear and easy call. So Ducks are going back to the power play. The Husky in the box unsuccessfully pleading his case.
Yeah, he's really barking back at the referee, isn't he? You know,
how long were you sitting on that one?
You know what? I think I get credit. It's the third period. I don't think I've made any other dog comments yet. Slayton throws it on goal. Deflected rebound for Crows is wide. Fortney now. Puts the brakes on, turns back around. Up top for Slayton. Back to Kurt. One-timer scores! It wasn't the cleanest contact on the one-timer, but I don't think it matters. 6-0 the score.
Well, they don't give out style points for goals, but that was effective. It get the pass down into the slot, that high danger zone, and he just chips it home for the goal.
Believe it was Lars Kroos. As we're back underway, 6-0 the Ducks lead.
Oregon is definitely not easing up off the gas pedal here, despite the big lead, which you love to see.
No, there's not really a brake pedal on this team. They know, they want to be consistent 60 minutes a game, every game. That's been really one of the noticeable improvements on this team compared to the last years. Even when the Ducks have been very good over the last 2 seasons, they had some off nights, and we haven't really seen that this year. There was one game against Eastern that was the 5-4 game that they won at the last second. Was a 1-goal game, but that was kind of a weird 1-goal game. It didn't feel like it was as close as it was on the scoreboard, and a lot of big wins for the Ducks. Here's a chance for Marr! Looking for the wraparound. The Ducks are going to have another power play coming up. And the Ducks are going to love it, You start to get Washington frustrated, take more penalties, it's another slash, and whether or not you score on the man advantage, it's just time. Precious, precious time. But you'd love to score too.
Yeah, at this point, every penalty, you said it right, every penalty against Washington, that's just 2 more minutes that they're really not going to have much of a threat to score and get back in this one.
So that's sent across for Marr with 16:42 left in regulation. The Huskies will get a chance to clear. Rendell. Nice pass for Marr. Back across for Fortney. Rendell, one-timer kicked away.
Fortney's had a couple really smart passes the last couple sequences for the Ducks to get good quality scoring chances.
There's Rendell again moving in with the chance. And yeah, you hit the nail on the head, Sean. Look, Kurt Fortney's got 16 points. He has 1 goal. So he does that pretty well, that whole distribution thing. He was just crunched into the ice, and he's a little slow to get up. It's going to be a penalty. Not sure if we're going to get a board or a rough or something else. We'll see what the call is.
Fortney's a little slow to get up there. That's anytime you get a hit along the boards, especially when you're facing the boards, that's a dangerous hit, and the refs are going to call that every time for the safety of the players.
So it's going to be 49 seconds of 5-on-3. I still haven't seen the referees turn and actually signal what they're calling, and they may be discussing exactly that. They may be figuring out how many minutes they're going to give.
Yeah, I think maybe could see a double here at 4 minutes. We've got the whole crew together now chatting about it.
And you see the Huskies athletic trainer will come across to make sure Kurt's okay. One of the ACHA things, you typically will have the home trainer that pulls double duty. Now the referee leaning into the scorer's booth here, which often means it's more than 2 minutes.
Yeah, there's a little bit more to explain on this one, it looks like.
Yeah, it's a 5.
Captain's having a little chit chat with the refs here as they explain it out. And
so we'll see. What I'm curious in is, are they giving 5 or are they giving 5 in a game? For right now, there we go.
Game. Yep.
He's done. So someone else is going to have to come across and serve the penalty. Someone gets an early bath for Washington. don't know if it's a 5 for boarding or if there was maybe a head contact involved there. Unfortunately, they don't seem to be doing any kind of public address here, so we'll be left to wonder, but 5 minutes and a game misconduct, which means someone else is going to have to serve a penalty, no? We're waiting.
Yeah.
There we go. That would have been my job if I played hockey.
Door opener?
Sit on the bench and wait to serve somebody else's 5. So the Ducks with 5 on 3 for 49 seconds, and then a bunch of power play time after that of the major variety. Slayton. Good stick save. And the Huskies get a chance to clear. Not a very strong clear, though, and Nick Slayton will just pick it up in the neutral zone. Liam Baird had a little trouble with it, but right back to his stick, and here comes Liam again across the red line and across the blue line now. Putting the brakes on at the top of the circle. One-timer scores! No! Says no, the referee. I guess that hit the post.
Yeah, it was tough to say. It definitely popped right back out, and so it had to have hit the post.
But it popped right back out. What fooled me is it was like a silent pop back out.
Yeah, normally you would hear at least the ping, which, it must have just hit the very bottom without catching any air.
But you know what, though? There have been a few plays tonight where it's looked to me like the puck, for one for each team, where it's looked like the puck has maybe gone in the back of the net, and it in fact has not. Have to be fair, in both of those cases there was no protest on the ice, so I think maybe I didn't have the angle for it. The Ducks now back 5 on 4 on the power play for 3:49, and again it's a major. Slayton, Rendell, Baird. Nice pass from Slayton to Charnholm. Looking for Baird. Couldn't get a clean handle on it, and we get another penalty coming up. It's an elbow. And Washington just can't keep up with the Ducks right now.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of sloppy penalties now from Washington, and if they had any thoughts of coming back, I think they're pretty much wiped away now. As we still have 3.5 minutes on one power play, so now you're going to get a 5 on 3 for a full 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's rough. Huskies will start said 5 on 3 with a full ice clear, and Roddy Peterson has something to do. Marr.
And Huskies have cleared again, and Ducks haven't had a chance yet to set up on the 5 on 3 to really cycle it around and get another one.
Yeah, Washington just making it difficult to gain that zone. Now there's Minchin. Now Fix. Shot knocked into the corner. Back around for Tobin Fix again. Marr. Shot was blocked. Minchin. Rendell. Went for the nifty move, couldn't find the shot. It's cleared. 40 seconds left in the 5 on 3. 2:05 left in the major penalty. Here's Liam Baird. Slayton with a shot, deflects into the corner. Right back up for Nicholas. Charnholm right back to Slayton. Back to Baird. Slayton again. Charnholm 1T. Turned aside. Back to Slayton. Takes a slap shot of his own. Huskies with one out of the box. It's 5-on-4 now. Crows again looking for that near post shot. Fires it wide. Rendell will collect in the neutral zone for the Ducks with 1:15 still left on the man advantage. Rendell circling. Baird one-timer. Save made, but right back to Liam. Slayton. Get another penalty.
And it sounds like this one's going against Oregon.
One against the Ducks for roughing. Lars Crows. I have to give Washington's penalty kill credit there.
Yeah,
they just weathered that storm.
That was really impressive. That was about 5-6 plus minutes of playing shorthanded and didn't let anything by.
And it's actually 11:25 officially left in the third period here. So I'm just gonna stop my clock until it catches up. I've also got the graphic wrong because it's a 4-on-4 right now. It's not quite yet a Husky penalty. Or Husky power play, rather. And recovering it is Slayton. Moving in on the 4-on-4 and turned into the corner. Oh, big hit. Charlie Marr. Marr. Another nice play from the Rook. He's having a good game, number 79.
Huskies now officially on the power play for a minute.
We'll see what they can get done on that power play and offside. With 10:21 now left. Big hit, Austin Poltz. And now cleared by the Ducks.
Oregon still keeping up the physical play that they've showed all night.
Huskies in their own zone on the power play, trying to get one power play rush here. And they'll just have to take it behind the net, wrapping it around, and now the Ducks get their first and clear. 65 tonight is Seth Platt.
That'll do it for the power play. Ducks are back to full strength, and that was a very impressive kill. Washington really didn't get a chance to set up there.
Backhanded. Trying to find Marr in the neutral zone. Couldn't connect with him. And no ice. Picked up by the Ducks behind the goal. Rendell lost the wheel there. Chance for the Huskies if they can get a shot off, but they can't. And squirting through to the neutral zone now. Fix chops at that one. We are back to five-a-side hockey, as Sean said. Huskies are well offside there.
when it looks like too good of a chance for a scoring opportunity, you're probably offsides.
Shot goes wide there. Peterson saw it the whole way anyway. And now Crows will chase after it, and he's got some speed, number 55. He'll get there first. There's a big collision. The Huskies will come away with it. They get it through to the neutral zone and now across the blue line where a shot is blocked. And now Crows. Too far for Charnholm though. Austin's going to get to it behind the net. Leaves it back for Crows. And a little bit heavy touch for the Huskies there. There is Shippey for Washington, the one Washington player we can recognize by name. Battle on the far side. Poked from one corner to the other. Now back to the point. Top of the circle. Shot deflected off the glass. Behind the net, trying to stuff it home, not strong enough. And the Ducks on the puck. Fresh skaters out for the Ducks. Chance though for the Huskies. If they really hurry, it's 3-on-2. It's Shippey making a move and trying to center behind the net. It's right in the crease, and they score!
A very chaotic sequence there as the puck goes into the net mere milliseconds before the net comes off. And so Ducks are obviously trying to argue that one. There was a lot of chaos in front of the net. The net was open as Rodney got knocked out of position. It almost stayed out, but at the last second goes in, and then the net flies off.
That's a tough one for Roddy.
Yeah, just kind of a chaotic sequence there in the crease. Tough to do anything about that one.
So 6:50 left. Huskies finally have gotten their goal, at least for their perspective. The Ducks, a couple times in their series last weekend, would concede and then score right away. Kind of the I can't believe you just made me bleed my own blood scenario. But we'll see what they've got in store for the last 6.5 minutes here. Would love to get it back to 6 or even up to 7. Washington feels like they've got a lot to gain by getting another goal or two. Big hit there. And the flip side of that ACHA strength of schedule coin, Oregon is so good going to regionals the last 2 years that Washington losing in a close game to Oregon helps Washington's ranking. So 6-1 isn't close, but if they could get a few more, they could actually really help themselves even in a loss. Another chance is blocked by Tobin Fix. Still, it's a loose bouncing puck. Now the Ducks with a 2-on-1 if they hurry. It's Marr with Slayton. Rebounds there. Minchin scores! No, not Minchin. That was Charnholm. Or, I don't think that was Charnholm either. We'll figure it out. No, that's 65. Entirely wrong. That's Seth Platt from Maselli. Looks like got the goal. So there you go. It's a quick Ducks response.
And if according to our game notes, that is Platt's first point of the season, first goal.
Yeah, I think good eye, Sean, and you just saw the Ducks got the puck Austin Poltz throwing it over to Riley Orr, who will pocket that one, and Seth will get his souvenir.
Looks like the Huskies are back in the penalty box once again. Don't have a name handy, but that's number 10. I believe he's paid some rent there tonight.
10, I think, is Aaron Morris, yeah. Oh, the Ducks back on the power play. Baird could not quite get his stick down to that one in time.
Ducks are up 7-1, so one more goal and they get that +7 differential they're looking for.
Here's Liam Baird. Boy, is he quick. One end of the ice to the other, just lost the puck. Back out to Poltz. One-timer for Charnholm, who's got a cannon. Back across to Charney, right back to Poltz. He fires a one-timer into the corner. Rendell, Baird with a touch. Back to Poltz. Looking for Crows there, trying to stuff it home is Rendell, and it's saved with 4:12 left in regulation.
Another good-looking power play for Oregon, really controlling the puck, cycling it around the zone, and getting their shots on net. So
Tobin Fix will glove that one, backhands it around for Platt. Another quick shot and they score again. Nick Slayton with the Ducks' 8th.
And like we saw earlier tonight from the Ducks, another very just quick goal, quick shot off the stick. Hard for the goalie to pick up on that one. You throw it on net, and sometimes they just fall like that for you. So a well-placed shot.
3:49 left. The Ducks have their 7-goal lead. Now you can maybe put it in cruise control. No breaks, but just cruise.
The final few minutes here, the Husky student section beginning to thin out a bit. I'm sure they're going back to study.
Oh, yeah, well, you want to get to studying then now with the football game tomorrow. Always amazed at the amount of studying that college students get done on the weekends into the wee hours of the morning. Estrada, who's hit about as hard as one can hit, Dom, and he still just mostly shrugged it off. And he throws one of his own there. Made a little bigger sound than the contact he himself absorbed. Jordan Larrabee getting a shift. Routson, big hit. Crows will find this one in the corner. Has no one to serve the puck to. And it's just going to go back all the way the other end. 2:45 left in regulation. There's Crows across the blue line. And it'll be covered up by the Husky netminder with 2:31 left in the third period.
Ducks are going to be back at it. Same time, same place here tomorrow night, 7:30 puck drop. We'll be here.
We'll be here. We hope you will too. Same Duck time, same Duck channel. Tobin Fix. Backhanding. Tripped up. All's fair, says the referee. Right back to Charnholm for Baird. High off the glass.
Yeah, I think at this point the ref's just going to save the penalty calls for anything dangerous and blatant, but otherwise we're just going to let this one run out.
I think for Washington's part, they'll feel if they can. They sabotaged themselves tonight with all the penalties. I don't think you can say that. I mean, Oregon has looked very good at 5-on-5 as well in this game, but you got to start there for Washington if you're looking to make improvements tomorrow. You cannot play a team as good as Oregon and spend a third of the game in the penalty box.
Yeah, even if the Ducks aren't necessarily converting on all those chances, it's just all that time off the clock.
Yeah, it's time.
You're down. It's time is money, and so yeah, especially with that 5-minute major and the 5-on-3 for two full minutes, it was just hard for him tonight.
Austin Pultz. We'll see it go past him for Rendell, then right back to Captain Pultz. Now Slayton from Marr. Battle there behind the net. Huskies come away with it. 1:12 left in regulation. We will do our best tomorrow, by the way, to give you some more player IDs for the Huskies. We'll have all of our rosters for both teams ready. Always looking to make improvements here. Here's Charlie Marr trying the nifty move, but lost the puck in the process.
Yeah, your favorite color commentator went to Kinko's before the game, but kind of forgot about one of the teams.
You know, I was trying to say that in a way that didn't directly place the blame on you, but fair play on you for throwing it up. If anyone would like to donate a printer to the Oregon hockey broadcast, hit us up. Nice save, Roddy.
It doesn't even need to be color. We're not picky.
$14.2 officially. 8-1 the score. Shot deflects in the corner. Routson. Oh, Pat Routson with a big hit. 2 seconds left. Loose again in front. There's the final whistle. Ducks by a touchdown, 8-1. Your final score. A lot of different goal scorers. In fact, I'm not sure that there was. I think the Ducks may have had 8 from 8 tonight. I didn't manage to write them all down the way that some of them came at the pace they did, but pretty sure the Ducks had 8 goals from 8 goal scorers, which has just got to be music to Riley Orr's ear, given what we said in the beginning about the Ducks being down 7 guys tonight, and some of those being guys like Jack Garrity and Jordan DeRosier and Jimmy Gagan, who are just goal and point machines. So 8-1 is the final score tonight in Game 1 of the I-5 Cup. We'll be back at it again tomorrow, 7:30 for Game 2, and then 3 and 4 will be in Eugene in January. Your closing thoughts, Sean?
Yeah, that was really impressive to see how despite being shorthanded with their production, with, like we mentioned before the game, 2/3 of their top line being out and a top defenseman, they still found ways to produce. And oftentimes, when you're down like that, especially top heavy from your top line, on a good night, this this is exactly what you'll see happen. You will see production from all around the score sheet. Like we said, might have gone 8 for 8 on the goals with different players, and that's exactly what they needed tonight. They needed scoring from everyone up and down the score sheet. They played a relatively clean game. They stayed out of the box, certainly much better than Washington did, and that definitely helped their case. So we'll see if they can repeat this tomorrow night.
Alrighty, well, it's another big win for your 9-0 Oregon Ducks. How does that sound, folks? They'll look to make it a perfect 10 tomorrow, and we will love to see you then. Don't go too far.